Welcome everyone to the first Tuesday Newsday of 2022. I hope you all had good holidays and that this year is slightly less shit than the year before it. And with me I have, as always, Sinzar. Hi Sinzar.
Going on?
Yeah. So how was your New Year's? Any good pulls?
It was pretty good. The free polls so far have given me a copy of Madame Adele Neil Visions that I didn't need. So other than that, nothing
Yay!
special.
Yeah, I actually have to say I feel a bit lucky with free pulls. So I've only gotten two NVs, or maybe that's actually the expected amount. I don't know. But it's my true fan buffs. I've gotten one Cyan and one Celeste. So now I am one copy each away from EX3. That's actually pretty cool. I was very happy with those.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, instead of getting, my fucking 12th Axstar or 13th Cloud. I'm very happy. I really like, I want to get back to that at some point, but I really liked what they did with Celeste, where they kind of compressed a strong elemental buffer into a strong other role as well. I'd like to see more of that. I really like that because I think the just elemental buffers are a bit lame as a unit.
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of like Yoshikiri. He has like the support kit, and then they gave him with the EX3 buffs
Yeah,
the element.
exactly. I like that a lot too. That's the best design to me. Kind of. I mean, I would say the same with Bulwark. I mean, nobody would say Bulwark is a pure elemental amper. He
Mm-hmm.
has, or they have much more going for them. So those kind of units, because like kind of Mermaid Frisia and Roka and so on. Although you could say that Roka has her niche in cooldown reduction, but she's still basically a amper. So all right, sorry. Side discussion. Let's get into this banner. So, this banner is what many people have been predicting for a long time. It's Taivas, the
Mm-hmm.
well, I don't want to say protagonist, but I guess he's a protagonist of season 3, right?
He's like the no. Yeah. Yes. He's a good
Like
guy in season
one of the
three.
main heroes, right? Or at least that's how it feels so far, right? In where we
True.
are in season 3. Um,
Yeah. Season four is actually kind of strange.
oh
It's
yeah, season 4.
there's actually two storylines that run concurrently, and they're not really directly connected. They happen at the same time.
Well, not
There's
yet,
the
I guess.
well, no, there is. There's the Rain storyline where Rain is doing his adventure with Roos and I forget the girl's name and the fairy, and
Yeah.
then there's the Taivas storyline, which is with Taivas, Leftia, Harv, etc., or
Yeah, but
Havi,
I'm
etc.
thinking, don't you think they will intersect at some point? It feels like
Well,
one of those setups.
yeah. Well, they actually do cross over a few times, but like the whole way in season four, there's always like two separate times and separate storylines running at the same time.
Okay, okay, all right. That well, I mean that's pretty cool, and really season 4 is a huge lift for me. I enjoy season 4, and I am now watching cutscenes and reading dialogue again. So that's pretty cool. I do want to say, Taivas looks a lot older on his in-game sprite or on his combat sprite than he does in like his cutscene sprite.
Oh yeah, I thought they were similar, but I guess it could be, a
Yeah, I
little
don't know.
different.
Like it's the beard. It's much more prominent on the battle sprite compared to his in-game sprite. Like, yeah, I don't know. I was just a bit surprised, but okay. Like it's pretty cool, and especially in the CG, you really see like what the age they're trying to portray is. And I think that the battle sprite and CG are very good. They are like very similar. Uh, but yeah. That's exactly just in chat. Like it's the reverse of Jake. He looks younger in sprite but older in CG. Yeah, yes, exactly that. Okay, but we're getting Taivas, right? And I'm guessing he's another SLB burster.
He is. He is exceptionally similar to Aaron, but fire.
Right. So another slew of Alim design, I guess, right? Simple kit, very strong burst, right?
Pretty much, but overall, he is better than Aaron. Not as far as damage, but as far as like overall kit. For one thing, he's AOE. Aaron is single target, and AOE is really good on an
Mm.
LB. He's also got some actual chain skills. He's got like one or two utility skills. Like he has a personal damage mitigation, which is for the most part irrelevant, but could be useful someday.
Mm.
But
Okay.
overall, he's like Aaron with a few actual skills, whereas Arn is like literally the LB and nothing.
Right, and just like keeping the similarities going, this is also a premium unit. It should be said because
It is. It is.
You need EX3 for the ticket and or for the VC and so on and so on. Um, and of course SLB. So kind of like premium and SLB in one is really the epitome of kind of pushing you towards EX3, right? Because you like really want it.
Yeah, yeah. Also, more important than the unit itself is the STMR, which is actually being upgraded on global. It was already a big deal on JP, and global is making it even better.
Why? Okay. So hold on. So first, tell me why it's so good. So it's called Taivas' Spirit, and it seems to boost damage of LB's attacks and LB damage. What does that mean?
Yes, it's a modifier boost for physical attacker limit burst. It boosts the base modifier by 30x. Now this follows the usual modifier rules, meaning anything with defense ignore or multi-part, it multiplies this effect multiple times. So for example, on Sky, it'll be a 60x modifier boost. On star player Titus, it'll be a 60x modifier boost. On something like Olive, it'll be a 300x modifier boost.
Wait,
to the
Olive?
Yes.
Original
Yes.
Olive has 10 hits in her.
She has 5 hits and they're all defense ignore. So it's
okay.
multiplied times 10.
Wait, so will she actually be good with this?
For a 7-star, she's going to be pretty powerful. But
wow.
will she be viable in a real fight? Probably not.
That's hilarious. All she needs is like some passives to get up high attack. That would be, oh my god, that would be so cool though. Rocking original Olive, that would be hilarious. Do we have any other units that have like big multi-part LBs? Because like I know Sky has 2 parts. Like doesn't Lara? No, maybe Lara only has a single part.
No, Laura's a single hit. Sky and star player Titus are the 2 that I thought of. With a quick brief glance. Most of the other meta LB units are all single hitters these days, like Sephiroth, etc. Tifa is a multi-hit, but it's a single attack but multi-hit. What you need is a multi-attack, which is a better way to say it. Like Sky's is multi-attack. It's 2 different individual attacks.
Okay. All right. Very interesting though. Very interesting. This is actually sounds great. And so does it also boost modifiers of skills or just LB?
This is just for LB.
Okay,
just for LB.
So it's not
keep in mind, when I said it's physical attacker only, that's literally physical attacker. This is the first of many items coming that are locked to a role.
But hold on. What does that mean, like for Louise, for instance? Would she get the bonus?
Example. Now, mechanically, Louise's LB is a physical LB, so it would work on her, but she can't equip it because she doesn't have the physical attacker tag. It'll be grayed out. She can't even put it on.
Wait, hold on. I thought this was, so it has this icon, it has the cooldown icon, so I assumed this was kind of like Zidane's song where one unit would use it and everyone would benefit. But are you saying this is like a...
It's self-only. It's self-only.
Okay. So it's a materia that you boost. So it's not an ability you have to use. You equip this. It's kind of like...
It is. It's an ability you use. So it's a 2-turn ability, which means in-game it's 1 turn. So you use it, and then the next turn you use the LB, and it keeps the boost from the STMR.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of adding another turn of setup to units where they can do... Okay. Now I get it. And so it's interesting because Demos is writing in chat that kind of like it's basically every unit with the red sword icon, meaning that's the physical attacker. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. All right, so that means, and this is kind of a trend that's starting, you're saying? Like, we're going to see more of these where there's going to be like materia for magical attackers where you need to have a rod icon?
Tons of stuff like this. There's going to be a huge amount of stuff that is debuffer only, including cards, materias, STMRs. Stuff like Dark Rain's card is magical attacker only. There's just lots and lots. The new Holy Fena's card is healer only.
I wonder why they're doing that. Maybe kind of to try to avoid unintentional power creep or unintentional OP-ness, I guess, like by locking it to a certain archetype.
Probably. Yeah. Like for example, just as a random example, the Neovision's Lastwell. Actually, he could equip this on his base form, couldn't he? Yeah, that's what. Actually, so Lastwell could cheat it because his base form is classified as the physical attacker, and you could use it in the base form and then shift and use his shifted LB.
Really? Wait. So the ability itself is not the problem, you're saying, because the ability is not
Correct.
locked to an LB type. It's actually the materia. So if like you could
Correct.
cheat it in order to use it on a magical user, it would work.
Yeah, so if they ever
Okay.
give us another unit like Lastwell, where the base or the one of the forms is a physical attacker and the other form is a magical attacker that uses physical scaling like Angela, Louise, etc., then you could use. That's like getting into really weird scenarios that,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the most
absolutely.
part, don't come up. But
But would
yes,
it
it would
count for
work that
like
way.
lightning? Savior of Souls lightning, isn't she like physical attacker base and magical in shift? I
Okay,
mean,
yes,
not that it
yes,
matters, but
yes, but it's not going to work on her because she can equip it in the base form. She can use it when she shifts. Her shift LB is actual real magic, meaning
oh,
it's not gonna
okay, so
work
the
on her.
ability, I mean, yeah, okay, that's kind of what I was asking before. So the ability is also still only buffing physical LBs, so to speak.
Correct.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. So, but the reason Louise can't use it is because she's not counted as a physical attacker, so she can't equip it, so she can't cheat the system. Okay, okay. Now I'm following. Now I'm following. Okay. All right, so cool, very cool. I mean, I think that sounds exciting. I think that sounds like exciting changes to have stuff that only can be equipped on a certain archetype. Maybe a bit limiting. Like
Mhm.
a part of FFB is kind of this cool effect of where you can combine maybe sometimes unintentional things in order to make something really work well.
Yeah, yeah. The one for this one and for Taivas, it makes sense and it's fine. You're for the most part not going to care because anyone that you would want to equip this on can equip it. Anyone that can't equip it wouldn't really want to anyway.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a much bigger headache later with the debuffer and the support items. There's a lot of super good, amazing items that are boosting DPS, but can only be equipped by like a support unit. So like a vision card, I think one of the future vision cards gives like 100% LB damage and 100% attack power and a bunch of attack, but can only be equipped on a breaker. So it's like,
Hmm.
what? What?
Interesting.
This is not for a breaker. This is for DPS. I don't want to equip it on the
Well,
breaker.
maybe they're gonna release like a Riku again. That's a breaker and like that. I mean, Riku was kind of one of those units that's also a mistake where it was like extremely good damage and extremely good breaks in a single unit. Uh, I feel they are going away from that. Like they're trying to make units more of a single archetype and not so much OP at two things, right? Like Lara, who is OP at two things.
Laura's OP at everything.
Yeah, Lara's OP at everything. She is. She is. Okay. All right, but this is still cool. I actually and I enjoy Taivas as a character so far in the season. He has this cool Aragorn vibe going on for him. I like it. I like it. It's a bit weird because like his abilities seem to be in, I'm guessing Norwegian. It's like some Scandinavian language. It's not Swedish, although I understand it because we just don't spell it like that. But it's actually called Ice Sword and Flame Sword. Um,
Yeah,
why is
yeah. They
that?
actually they actually said in the intro to season 4 update video that season 4 is heavily based on, I forget the exact region. Like it's one of the like Norwegian, Scandinavian, something like
Okay,
that. But
okay, okay.
yeah,
So it's kind of like
yeah,
Norse-ish based, right?
yeah, it's very intentionally themed after that. The
Ah,
whole, the
okay.
whole, the whole like area and storyline is.
Ah, interesting, interesting. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Like the ability naming is definitely some like some Norse language. It definitely is. It's just not Swedish because we wouldn't spell it like that, or rather, we would use some weird symbols, and maybe they're just avoiding weird symbols. Anyway, cool. Okay, so what are we talking about in terms of damage here? Are we talking about equal to Aron, bigger, smaller?
Assuming you don't count his STMR, which buffs LBs, it's basically identical to Arin. But if you give, the thing is, his STMR can be given to Arin, and if you give his STMR to Arin, once again, they're basically identical. So same thing for
Okay,
Sephiroth. Sephiroth is basically identical as well.
okay,
So assuming you play fair and you give a copy of Taivas's STMR to all the units, they're all still equal. Now, if you assume that only Taivas has access to his own STMR, and Arin or Sephiroth don't, then that pulls Taivas ahead.
okay. Of course, of course. Yeah, and I mean like that comparison doesn't even matter because they're all element locked. So of course, if you have Taivas and you have his STMR, you're going to be giving it to the unit whose element matches the fight you're doing, right? So like that's I
Correct.
guess. Cool. So okay, so I'm really hoping to pull one then. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, Sinzar, I am not a huge fan of SLB units that are not cyan, and I am not a huge fan of like having to have EX3. But now that you're talking about this SLB, like oh my, or this STMR, I'm really thinking I need to get it. Okay.
It is really good, but it also is very, very heavy whale bait. This is going to be, I can tell you right now, this is going to be featured on every single rank 1 clear in Dark Visions, and probably a lot of rank 1 clears in Clash of Wills. They are all going to have one, if not multiple, copies of Taivas' STMR in play.
Wow, yeah, you could actually have multiple. Fuck me and my wallet. Okay, listen, I need to really consider this. So, okay, you need to help me here, Sinzar. So, what like if we're getting Xenogears, how far away is Xenogears from Taivas?
Based on the JP server, the order, if I remember correctly, it went Taivas, Tulian, Lena, Xenogears.
Okay, so only 3 more banners then.
Based on JP, you can take that on global with a grain of salt, but
Shit.
yes.
Okay, because I really need Xenogears, but I'm also feeling like, yeah, if you had Graph, you'd want to equip Taivas' spirit on Graph, I guess.
On Graf, no. Graf is he's a skill finisher, kind of like Regina.
Oh.
He does not use his LB at all ever.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better, though. I guess that makes me feel a bit better. But I do want to say, like, I like the idea of equipping this STMR on Cyan. I really like that idea. Okay, let's see.
Mhm.
Let's see. I might throw some tickets and dailies into it, hoping for the best. Would be very nice to get him. But I guess he's also in the pool, so there's the chance of just pulling him at some point. I guess.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and his VC is standard fare for premium units, right? 125 attack, some killers as well, I think. Yeah. So.
Yes, and 500 flat attack to male only Brave Exvius units.
Oh, that's a bit nicer. Well, I guess all of them have had like Final Fantasy unit, right, and so on. So this is
Yes.
just a broader pool of units, I guess.
No.
It isn't.
No. 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 You would think that. It is not.
But
There is one unit in the entire game currently that would use this, and that is Carton. Now, there's lots more units that can use it, like the old Axstar, etc. But
Yeah.
no one is using those units. The only unit that anyone has ever seen on his team for the last 6 months that can use this is Carton. It is just
Okay.
Carton. No one else.
Right, because actually, yeah, I mean, like, of course, Last Will can equip it, Rain can equip it, Axstar and
They
Cleo,
can.
and yeah, but nobody would want to use them. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, well, okay, yeah. Damn it, now I feel bad for not having Carton again, but because I mean that's gonna be a really fat buff to many people as well. Getting Taivas to EX3 and then getting their cartons even more insane sounds pretty fucking scary. Okay, interesting. So
That
are you going in?
I probably am, and it's not for so much Taivas himself. It is for Clash of Wills buffs.
Yeah,
Exactly like I just said. This card, if I get it, is going on Carton in the next Clash of Wills. His STMR, if I get it, is going on Sky in the next Clash of Wills.
right,
So yeah.
right. No, absolutely makes sense. I get it. Like I would love to do it too. I just feel that it's far away. Yeah, Demos is posting screenshots from Xenogears now. Thank you for keeping my resolve up. Fuck. Yeah. Oh my god. Because like Xenogears, that's like one of those banners where I really want all the units on it, and I mean all. Like I would want to get like a fully awakened Fae as well, and Id and Graph. So, oof, I have to be saving. I have to like they can't do this. Why? Oh my god. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can keep my resolve up. I think I okay, but you're saying you think I have 3 months before Xeno comes, but Sinzar just said it's only like 3 banners away.
It wasn't JP, Well, we know for a fact we're not getting it this month because it was a Vision World,
Right.
and we're not getting that this month.
Because
So
people
at
are
the
saying we had
earliest,
also like Legend of Mana was a Vision World as well. That was before Xenogears, right? Although we could have just skipped that, I guess.
it was, and it's. I personally think we're going to be skipping that entirely. We may or may not. We don't know. But was that Legends or Trials or Secrets? No, that was Legend of Mana, right?
Yeah, Legend
Yeah,
of Mana is the remake of the PS.
Yeah, that one
in-game. Yeah.
I don't feel like that one has like as much of a big following outside
No,
of
no.
Japan. So it seems like it'll be like less profitable for them to bring it to global. It's already been delayed like 3, 4 months or something. So
Okay.
who knows?
Yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Let's see. I mean. Okay. So it could be. So like what we're. So there are basically two scenarios. Either we get LOM, which would be then next month, and then of course Xeno is 2 months away or 3 months away, or we get Xeno directly next month, and then it will be kind of towards the end of next month, right? So yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh man. Okay, Demo, stop posting. Stop posting pictures from Xenogears. God damn it. Okay. No, I definitely like I am going in hard. On the Xenogears banner, there's no doubt. Okay. Back to regular programming. So we also have an event dungeon. It seems to be a new ticket type we can win from this dungeon. A Envy Awakenable 5-star exchange ticket. What's
Yeah,
that?
it's I actually looked it up. It's basically you can trade this for a rainbow unit of choice from a limited pool. That's basically it. It's
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, it's sure it's great, it's free, it's nice, yay. I went through the list. There's just nothing on here that matters. So you're gonna pick something like Infernal Fire Rain for his STMR or something. Like
Ah,
it's
okay.
that's about what it is. Or Eileen
Gotcha.
for her hat, etc.
Well, it does seem to get us net us a nice cool 3,000 lapis though. So there's that. It
Oh,
says
the EX stage. Yeah, the EX
yeah.
stage is the boss rush, which is interesting.
Oh, so what is that? Like is it good?
It's a 3 stage boss rush. This as well was not fixed in JP. You could smoke bomb and just cheese it.
Again,
Um,
okay.
yeah, global may or may not fix that. They didn't fix it for Faisalus' event, so they're probably not going to fix it for this one.
So is this gonna be like as geared towards Taivas as the Faisalis one was, where
It
like
is.
other
It
players are
absolutely
gonna
is.
have very limited options? Like you have to
No,
do
it's
like
it's
or
no no, it's very easy regardless.
okay.
But it is geared for Taivas. It's an AOE fight. All the waves are AOE. Taivas is AOE. It's weak to fire. Taivas does fire. They're beast. Taivas has beast killer. So it's like it's very clearly designed to sell him, but it's a very easy event regardless. And for those players that want it even easier, you can smoke bomb cheese it. So
Yeah.
it's a free win.
Yeah, we do have a couple of finishers, although I guess you have to use fire, right? That's what happened at least in the Faisalis event.
Yeah, I love you, Dimos.
Why? Why? What happened?
He said in the chat that on the JP server he couldn't clear this event, and I told him to get good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see how hard it is, I guess. Like, do you have to use fire? Do you remember?
You don't have to. I think this is by memory. I could be wrong. I think they're -50 to fire and +50 to the rest. So as long
Okay.
as you're using a good imperil, you can use pretty much anything. I think I used Sephiroth by memory. I don't remember,
Okay.
but
Let's see.
it
Let's
was
see.
it was easy.
Yeah, I would love to bring Cyan to this because Cyan is AoE if I don't misremember. So otherwise, you know who's AoE fire? Fucking Lara in her base form.
Um, you know who else is?
No?
Carton.
Yeah, fuck Carton. Fuck Carton. Actually, I shouldn't be saying anything. Laura is just as OP, but yeah, it's. I really wish I would have gone in on that banner harder. Okay, cool. So a boss rush sounds fun. Maybe we can bring some of our OP units and one shot it. For the rest of us, we need to like do some smoke bomb cheesing. Okay, and then we also have a Chronicle battle. Is there anything worth in this Chronicle battle gear wise?
Yeah, it's Taivas' best in slot. It gives him 500 flat attack power. He's going to wear this
Oh,
always.
oh, the
Other than that,
Taivas'
no.
cloak. So is that an item that drops from this event, or is it upgraded through
Uh,
something?
no, it's from the Chronicle. You clear the Chronicle, you get it, and then it upgrades to the final form, which gives him 500 flat attack.
You know what? I don't like this type of equipment though, because it hurts me every time I just have to put on Sephiroth's chest on him. Like, I don't like equipment that's so powerful that you just can't not have it on the unit. It's just weird.
I kind of agree with you partially. On the other hand, I do like having powerful equipment. It's like the alternative is to just not have powerful equipment. Then you can use your whole mix and match
True.
of mediocre options. So they both have ups and downs.
Yeah, true. And this does save gear slots. Like depending on how many Tifa STMRs you have, like not having to use all of them on one unit is nice. So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're getting DV, of course, and now we're getting the big dick rewards, right? We're actually getting 50k lapis for the number one slot, going
Kind
down to
of.
2k lapis for the 1000th slot. So this is gonna be
Yes.
a fight.
They upgraded the lapis. They did not upgrade the dark matter.
Oh, okay. But does
The
that
dark
matter?
matter
Doesn't everyone have too much dark matter? Like I'm not even buying dark matter weapons anymore. Like this,
veteran players that have been playing Dark Visions for 3 years, yes. For players that just started, just came back to the game, or have just been casual, they do not. And this
yeah.
is a pretty big problem that Gumi is just sweeping under the rug or intentionally making worse. I don't know, but in any case, there's a lot of players that have been saying I can't. Like I use in my videos, I use lots of dark weapons. Like I use the dark harp on Louise on my Clash of Wills clear, and I got some comments saying I can't afford this. What should I use instead? I said just go craft it. They're like, I don't have anywhere near enough dark matter to craft a plus 10 harp. So I'm like,
Yeah.
a lot of players don't have this infinite source of dark matter like us that have been playing Dark Visions since like 2019.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It could, I mean, upgrading the rewards does make sense because we have so many options as well. Like there are so many weapons now that it doesn't like because when DV started, it took us 3 DVs right before we could get the, or was it 2 before we could get the first weapon maxed?
3.
3, yeah.
And that was back when the max was 10. Now the max is 11. That's another like 1,000 extra dark matter per
Right.
weapon.
Right. So kind of I get what you're saying. I get what it would make sense to make it like for newcomers to be able to do this a bit faster. I agree. I agree. Still nice that we got some lapis rewards. I mean that's still good. Like if you at least rank in top 1000, you're looking at a nice cool 2000 lapis. That's not bad. The rewards that do get better, but like yeah.
Yes,
Lucky.
yes, yes, and no. I talked about this in the news video I did for my own channel earlier. It is true that Lapis is great. It's great that we're getting it. The thing I don't like is the community like environment mood this creates. Like in Clash of Wills, all the players are helping each other. No one is trying to hide strategies. If someone comes into the Clash of Wills chat and is like, "I'm really close to capping. I can't get it. Someone please help." You'll get like lots of top players coming in and giving strategies and tips. When the reward is like 50k lapis for one person, everyone at the top shuts down. Not everyone. Most players at the top shut down
Yeah, of
and start
course.
ignoring players. They don't give help. They don't post videos.
Right,
It
so kind of
becomes a lot.
anti-community. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. But on the
yeah.
other, like, because I mean, I get it. Like you're rank one. Like let's say when you're rank one, you always share your strats, right? And then obviously, like you lose your spot to someone that has absolutely everything in the game, right? Because they're just copying
Mhm.
your strat, doing a bit more damage. Um, so I get it. I get that it would shut down. But you know what? I also think it's weird that like it's the people that already have mountains of lapis that are winning lapis. That's the weird thing for me. Because, I mean, you're
Yeah,
already.
like the person that gets rank one is gonna very, very obviously be one of the ultra extreme whales that is probably spending 100k or more literally every single week.
Right. So this is kind
So
of like a
getting
whale discount, kind of like you get a tiny, tiny whale discount to your whaling, basically. Um, so personally, if I was Gumi, I would have actually spread out the lapis a bit more and made it so that it goes a bit higher up in rank. Maybe like do top 3k, get some amount of lapis. And also, yeah, just like because I really don't think that as you said, there's the shutdown effect where people just don't want to talk about it because 50k lapis is still a lot of lapis. So if you're at number one, you're not going to be sharing your strats. So it would be nice if they just mitigated that a bit.
yeah, to make it shareable and a lower
Yeah,
reward,
yeah.
or spread it out to where like the top 100 players get some sort. I mean, they're probably not going to get 50k to 100 players,
No,
but
no, no.
there's ways to make it to where it's not so extremely lopsided towards one end.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, no, I fully agree. I fully agree. That's that if Gumi is listening, that's definitely something to think about. And I don't think it's a difficult thing to do. I think it's just distributing the lapis a bit differently will, do it. And I also don't think that Like, rank 1 is still a very coveted place even before the 50k lapis. No, but nobody's gonna fight more or less for the 50k. Like, the people in top are gonna fight just as hard. So I think you can easily distribute this lapis and get a better distribution.
Mm.
Okay, so we do have a final piece of news. We're getting EX ability upgrades, which is like slowly becoming a thing on GL, I guess. I can't do the joke anymore of old units not getting upgraded, I guess, because it's slowly happening. And this
You
time
can
it's
make
another. Sorry, go ahead.
you can make the joke that they only skip the good upgrades now.
Ah, is that what's happening? Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, that's something we're very used to in GL though. Because remember back in the 7-star era when like series boss battles were giving these really broken upgrades to units, like old units? Like there was like Dark Cecil was super strong for a while, and we never got those. And I don't know if we ever got them, or we definitely didn't get them in time at least.
Mm.
So
Yeah, so we've skipped Madame Adele and Five's crown upgrades. Those were really good.
okay.
Now we're getting Charlotte's upgrades. They are really bad, and they still cost 4 crowns.
Ugh. Well, the thing is, I really like the aesthetic of Charlotte. That's another unit I really am sorry for not ever having got. That's like I think the only NV I don't have right now, except for limiteds like Carton. But so you're saying she doesn't get that good, I guess. She seems to be getting some flat attack and she gets Warring Spirit, so that's all. That's not a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then for crowns, you can upgrade her LB.
Okay, okay. Right, right.
Yeah.
A
So
knight that doesn't just defend and she gets like a flat damage boost to her LB, right?
yeah. So to put this into perspective, for the cost of 4 crowns, you can give Charlotte, who's going to have about 6,000 attack power, a 280x LB modifier, or you can use something like star player Titus with Taivas' STMR is going to have a 300x LB with 8,000 attack power, or
Right.
you can use any premium unit with a 350x LB, or you can even use units like just plain old regular units like Shoreline Shinju or Beach Buoy Shinju or Sniper Physalis that just come right out of, or like your favorite Cyan or Kurosame come right
Yeah.
out of the gate with a 300x LB. But
Yeah.
Charlotte has to spend 4 crowns, which took you 4 months to get, and she gets a 280x element locked LB. Like what? What?
Yeah. Yeah. No, no. I get it. I get it. I fully agree. That's like if you're here's what I say. If you're upgrading old units, just do it properly, right? Like nobody's gonna be happy to get like a shitty upgrade to a unit that was already really underwhelming when she first came out. Like this is
Exactly.
fixing nothing. This is just making it
This
weird.
should have been an absolute and entirely free upgrade like Cacteria and Napi got. It
Yes.
should be just
Yes.
completely baseline free. You should not have to spend 4 crowns for this trash.
No, fully agreed. Fully agreed. Okay, that this should have just been like a happy bonus to players that enjoy the unit and just get it for free now that she's upgraded. Unfortunately, like I mean, nobody wants to spend this amount of crowns. Like people were thinking I'm an idiot when I spent 4 crowns on Terra because I'm just a fanboy, and I do think like her crown upgrades are still actually decent. They do get good amps or good fields. But this is really like 4 months of grind. I don't know about this.
Mm.
You really have to like Charlotte. Like you really, really have to like Charlotte to do this. Okay. There are some Charlotte fans though. There are.
See, that's the most like I can't fault them. You love your favorite unit, you do it. If they gave Bart underwhelming crowns, I'd probably do it.
Yeah.
But the problem is Gumi sees this data and Alim sees this data. Like we gave shitty buffs to this shitty unit, and a bunch of players went for it. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I honestly really think that crown upgrades should be something unique. They should not be just a flat power boost. They should be something like Lock. Lock gets like 90% break, or Terra gets her really strong tri elemental fields.
And
Um,
those are worth it for the most
Well,
part.
I mean, worth it might be, in the eyes of the beholder, really. But what it is to me is it's not just a flat boost. It might be something that's actually usable. It's another new niche or something. So I don't know. Oh well. So those that didn't get her can actually get her now with the new guaranteed envy summon ticket that we're actually getting from the event. So if you get 80,000 points, right, or something, yes, 80,000 points in this event, you're gonna get a ticket where you can select an envy of choice from well, it's a pool. I'll give it that. It has units in it, but there are some really good units to pick up that you might not have. Like there's some of the elemental buffers, right? Like Nicole, Sakura, and Roka are in there. Anything
Oh,
else worth
I'm
mentioning?
actually just noticing this. Yeah, I had the news open now. I'm looking at myself. So you can pick any one of these guaranteed. It's not like it's not a random.
No,
It's
it
a
seems so.
choose.
Or no, wait. I mean, it's called of choice, right? No. Sorry. It's a guaranteed envy summon ticket. Oh
Yeah, yeah.
no. This is a random pull. Oh my god, this is horrible. Never mind. This is not a pick. This is a random
Okay,
pull.
okay. So I'm getting another Awakened Dragon Axstar.
Yeah,
Outstanding.
100%. Like either it's gonna be Axstar or Rain. Is Axstar and Cleome in here? Otherwise, it's guaranteed to be fucking them. Oh yeah, it's them. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting an Axstar and Cleome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna update this as soon as I do my pull, and I'm gonna get one of them. But it would be nice to get the Sakura because I do need one more for EX2, so that would be really good actually, if I'm
Yeah,
lucky.
glancing at this list, the only one I'd be happy to pull would be, amusingly enough, Axstar and Cleome is the only one on this list I don't own, and I kind of want their
Really?
STMR.
Oh.
That's the only one I don't own. I've never pulled one.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I have two STMRs, and they are through like just farming EX2s for them.
oh geez.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it that I need. I guess Secure would be good for closer to EX3. So
yeah.
other than that,
I mean, I mean, of course, I'm happy for Roka. That's also like closer to EX3. Sakura, Nicole, fine as well. Like I don't have him at EX3. Yoshi, I'm missing actually one from EX3, so that would be nice too. Yeah, okay. I mean, hey, it's free units, right? Worst case is it's kind of a ticket that gives you a pearl, right? So there's that.
yeah, yeah.
But still, there's a chance you get something you like. So that'd be good. That'd be good.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's about it for this week. We did talk a lot about this week. I feel it's a very short week though. It's only one event and one unit, really.
Dark Visions.
True. DV. Oh shit! I completely skipped DV. So what are the elements? We already knew this though. Like what are the elements? What's the final stage?
Oh, well, on global, like the last few, on JP it was light element, but global has been removing the element lock from the final bosses. It seems they're doing the same thing again this month. So it's your best, whatever you want.
Oh, so was this the one where you were saying that Yuna might be usable
Yes, in JP, this
when it
was
was light locked?
yeah, it was actually a single Reaper race. It wasn't pure. It wasn't multi race, and Unit is the best undead buffer,
Right.
and it was weak. It was weak. It was 400% weak to light. So it was really this was the event that was to sell Yuna and Arin, etc.
Ah, okay,
And it was
okay.
their event. But global, just like last month, global seems to be changing it. So they're making it dual race, and they're removing the element lock, which
Okay.
is, in my opinion, a positive change. I actually
Really?
prefer
Okay.
that.
I don't know,
Well,
because like at least with the element lock, I would be forced to use like okay, I'm doing this myself now. I actually had a lot of fun in the former DV where I just used units I liked. I actually still got a fairly good score, which was quite funny. But I used units like Cyan and Duran, okay, and I really enjoyed myself. So I'm doing that for myself, but I don't know. I'm also feeling that like it's nice to have an incentive to use something else. Like I would actually like to use Yuna, but I don't
well,
like her as much as Cyan. That's the problem, I guess.
if you want to, you can still do the themes team, or you can put a personal lock on an element, or you can do like a competition in Discord. Like if you might have seen, like I did like the draft trial stuff where we had crazy rules for rerunning old trials with some friends. You can do something like that. Maybe you can host
True.
it in the Discord. You can do like we're gonna
True.
do a this and this are your guidelines you have to follow for a
Yeah.
clear on anima. Could be fun.
No, that's fully true actually. Kind of like last EV, me and Rigoro kind of had this agreement that we were gonna just use units we liked, and that was fun. So yeah, hey, maybe we're gonna organize something in the Discord where we can actually just have our own high score based or our own scoreboard based on how you score on the restrictions we can impart. That would be pretty cool, actually.
Mhm.
That would be cool. Okay, very cool. I think that's it, right?
I believe so. Yep.
Cool. Okay. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope your pulls for this year are really, really good. And I do hope we get Xenogears soon.
Hope so. See you next time.
See ya. Bye.